id Software released Wolfenstein 3D in May 1992. Later called the grandfather of 3D shooters, it established the genre's popularity and its reputation for fast action. When most of the studio began work on additional episodes for Wolfenstein, co-founder and lead programmer John Carmack began research on a new game. Following the release of Wolfenstein 3D, Spear of Destiny in September 1992, the team began to plan their next game. They were tired of Wolfenstein and wanted to create another game using a new engine Carmack was developing. Co-founder and lead designer Tom Hall proposed a new game in the Commander Keen series, but the team decided that the Keen platforming gameplay was a poor fit for Carmack's fast-paced 3D engine. Additionally, the other co-founders, designer John Romero and lead artist Adrian Carmack, wanted to create something in a darker style than the Keen games. John Carmack proposed a game about using technology to fight demons, inspired by a Dungeons & Dragons campaign the team played. This campaign would also influence the design of Quake. More broadly, the team intended to combine the styles of the Evil Dead and Alien films. The working title was Green and Pissed, but Carmack renamed it Doom based on a line from the 1986 film The Color of Money. The team agreed to pursue the Doom concept, and development began in November 1992. The initial development team was composed of 5 people. In November, Hall delivered a design document that he called the Doom Bible, detailing the project's plot, backstory, and design goals. His design was a science fiction horror concept wherein scientists on the moon open a portal to an alien invasion. Over a series of levels, the player discovers that the aliens are demons while hell steadily infects the level design. John Carmack not only disliked the proposed story, but dismissed the idea of having a story at all. Story in a game is like story in a porn movie. It's expected to be there, but it's not that important. Rather than a deep story, he wanted to focus on technological innovation, dropping the levels and episodes of Wolfenstein in favor of a fast, continuous world. Hall disliked the idea, but the rest of the team sided with Carmack. Hall spent the next few weeks reworking the Doom Bible to work with Carmack's technological ideas. However, the team then realized that Carmack's vision for a seamless world would be impossible given the hardware limitations, and Hall was forced to rework the design document once again. Romero wanted a game even more brutal and fast than Wolfenstein, which did not leave room for the character-driven plot Hall had created. Hall was upset with the reception of his designs and how little impact he was having as the lead designer. He was also upset with how much he was having to fight with John Carmack to get what he saw as obvious gameplay improvements, such as flying enemies, and began to spend less time at work. The other developers, however, felt that Hall was not in sync with the team's vision and was becoming a problem. In July, the other founders decided to fire Hall. Adrian Carmack was the lead artist for Doom, with Kevin Cloud as an additional artist. They designed the monsters to be nightmarish, with graphics that were realistic and dark. The artists sculpted models of some of the enemies and took pictures of them in stop motion from 5 to 8 different angles, so that they could be rotated realistically in-game. The images were then digitized and converted to 2D characters. The developers photographed themselves as well, using Cloud's arm for the Marine's arm holding a gun, and Adrian's snakeskin boots and wounded knee for textures. Romero was the body model used for the Doom cover. He posed during a photo shoot to demonstrate to the model what the pose should look like, but it was his image that was actually used for the final artwork. As with Wolfenstein 3D, they hired composer Bobby Prince to create the music and sound effects. Romero directed Prince to make the music in techno and metal styles. Many tracks were directly inspired by songs by metal bands such as Alice in Chains and Pantera. By December 1993, the team was working non-stop, with several employees sleeping at the office. Taylor said that the work gave him such a rush that he would pass out from the intensity. The development team only gave a single press preview to Computer Gaming World in June. At midnight on December 10, 1993, after working for 30 straight hours testing, the development team uploaded the first Doom episode to the internet. The team was unable to connect to the FTP server at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where they planned to upload the game, since there were so many users already connected in anticipation of the release. The network administrator was forced to first increase the number of connections and then kick off all users to make room. When the upload finished 30 minutes later, 10,000 people attempted to download the game at once, crashing the university's network. Upon its release, Doom became an overnight phenomenon. It was an immediate financial success, although it is estimated that only 1% of shareware downloaders bought the full game. This was enough to generate initial daily revenue of $100,000, selling in one day what Wolfenstein had sold in 1 month. Doom was a critical and commercial success, earning a reputation as one of the best and most influential video games of all time. It sold an estimated 3.5 million copies by 1999, and up to 20 million people are estimated to have played it within 2 years of launch. It has been termed the father of first-person shooters and is regarded as one of the greatest games of all time.